Vinyl Conversations. What up, group? We are live. It's Sunday, November 29th. Wow, already it's crazy. The year's almost out. Whew. So, yeah, Vinyl Conversations. You know what we do here. This is the group to where we talk about lyrics to specific songs, and I actually do have a co-host, which you know who that is. That is Tamarisha. She's filming right now, so she may pop in and out through the actual live. So you will be seeing her later. So let's get the disclaimer stuff out of the way. Facebook, we do not own the rights to any of this music. It's for entertainment purposes only and educational purposes. So please do not mute us. So now that we have that out the way, oh man, this has been like a couple of months in the making, and we're excited for this one here. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring the guests in. Please welcome the one, the only Greg Nice from the legendary group Nice and Smooth to the show.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hi,
What's up? What's up?
Greg.
How you doing? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm holding it together.
Indeed. That's what we can do. That's what we can do.
Mm-hmm.
So look, we're just gonna go ahead and get into the lyrics and get started. We usually play like a snippet of the song, but sometimes Facebook mutes it, so it sounds really weird. But we're just gonna go ahead and do it. So I'm gonna play a little bit of the intro of the song. Yeah, because all that.
Okay. This first time I'm doing this. First time I'm doing somebody's Facebook thing. I haven't done that before, so this is first time.
Oh, cool. Well, yeah, it's nice. We laid back in here, so it's gonna be a cool show. So I'll go ahead and play a little bit of it, and like I said, hopefully Facebook doesn't mute us. So we'll just go ahead and do that. So here we go.
I own it, Facebook.
Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. I'm sweet and I'm thicker than a Chico stick. Here's an ice cream cone, honey, take the lick. Although the big pies and they get you blick. Over Timberland, so I can sell some drinks.
Yeah, see how they already starts to mute the sound.
Oh wow. Okay.
So yeah, so just to let everybody know, the song is Sometimes I Rhyme Slow, Sometimes I Rhyme Quick. So, Greg, let's just go ahead and, what I can't even get it out. What was the inspiration behind this song? Because when you look at the lyrics, it's a story.
Yeah. With us, we basically just did whatever we felt. It was a time where you can do whatever you wanted to do, especially with music. A lot of it has got like some type of a title on it now, where you can't do but so many things, and you can't be yourself and do the ideas that you want to do. At that time when we were coming up, you could do whatever you wanted to do, and our peers were breaking down doors, so it gave us inspiration to break down doors to do whatever we wanted to do. So I always loved the Tracy Chapman record. Everybody always loved the Tracy Chapman record. If they didn't, then they was lying. But I would be a guy that's riding around in the Bronx and Harlem and Brooklyn, and I'm playing that record in my car in the tape deck, and I just I'm going to do something with this. I'm going to turn this into something else. And then I brought it to Smooth, and he was like, yeah, I'm with that. So at that time, everybody was out there doing crazy stuff, especially in the hood. People were doing crack and doing coke and doing all kind of stuff like that. So we was like, let's just flip it in that way and tell kind of a story. And it's going to be something. And when we did it, it was like you're sitting back in the studio going, "Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. It's gonna be different." And then we went to get it cleared, and they were like, "We can do the song, but you got to do it again. You got to do it over." So everybody think
Oh.
that that song is a sample, but it's not a sample. It's actually all done over. So
Wait,
um,
so how's it all done over? It's just you took certain sections in the song, or you just redid it
no, we
completely?
had to go redo the whole thing, or else we couldn't use it.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
So it's not off vinyl, off of a record or anything like that. No, it's live.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Wow. That's something I didn't even know that. No, dang, that's
Yeah,
amazing
it's
though.
live.
That's definitely that. Shout out to Tracy Chapman because it's a dope track. But you guys had to redo the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah. We had to redo the whole thing. It was a good thing at the end of the day, so I was happy about it. And we had all the other songs playing, everything in the street. It was going crazy and stuff like that. But when we did that one, it changed a lot of things, and it bugged out because from New York City, and the black stations in New York City wasn't playing the record. So
Mm,
it was bugged to me because I'm like, yo, this is the home of hip hop, and you're playing hip hop junkies all day long. Why you won't play that? And it'll be a station like Z100 or something like that. Then they'll play it. And when we leave New York, I've seen like as soon as we get on that bus or that plane or wherever we was going, as soon as we cross that state line, everybody else was playing that song, especially in Philadelphia. Philadelphia has been one of the biggest supporters of Nice and Smooth's career. Um, but everywhere else, Maryland, especially when we got to the West Coast, when we got to California and Arizona and things like that, that thing wouldn't stop playing. It was all over the place. And then MTV was like, we playing this all day. So it changed everything. And glad we made that.
yeah, because definitely because I'm from the West Coast, from Cali, and just hearing that track, and again Tracy Chapman, and then hearing it from a hip hop group was just like, this is dope. Like, if you're not playing this, like it's an awesome track, and it's just and it's kind and it gives you a Cali vibe too in a sense. So
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
do you think
Oof.
it was more like a crossover type hit, like
It
more
did. I mean, it did. That's what it did. I mean, but like I said, you know, New York always had this thing about them. You know what I mean?
right?
I'm born and raised there, but that's not everybody. So I don't want anybody to take offense to that. But
Yeah, of course.
you know, it's it's like you're scared to try things. You know, you're stuck in that one thing. You can't be stuck in that one thing. And me and Smooth been fortunate enough to travel and do things before we even did the group because he was running around with Bobby Brown on Bobby's first album in his first career. Because Smooth wrote all of the raps on his album, on the Girl Next Door and the Girlfriend album, which was produced by Larry Blackman. There's things like that. And I was running around with Mantronics and Tila Rock and Rockmaster Scott and the Dynamic Three, and going everywhere around the world with them. So by the time we put our own thing down, we knew that different regions like different things.
Right.
So when we went to KMEL in the Bay Area, we went to a summer jam. If I'm not mistaken, KMEL was the first radio station to have summer jams that the radio stations do all around the country now. They did it
Right.
first. And it was 48 hours long. It was 2 days long. That's how many acts was on it. And you had everybody from Sir Mix-a-Lot to Too Short to Hammer to Latifah to Nice and Smooth to Naughty by Nature to Cypress Hill to Mary J to everybody and their mother was on that thing. And you only could do like 2 songs. That's how many people was there.
Mm.
And I could remember Everlast from House of Pain was coming off stage. And he was running off the stage, and me and Smooth was getting ready to go on. And he told me, he's like, yo, you're going to be able to hear yourself. You're going to be able to hear yourself. I'm like, huh? And when we got out there, everybody just started screaming. It was 37,000 people.
Wow.
And they were screaming and stuff. And what me and Smooth would always do, we'd do an impromptu. We'll harmonize and sing things. without the music. So that way we'll sneak another record in. We'll sing the introduction of a How to Flow song that we got. I'm Greg Knight, and I am MC Smoothie. We'll sneak that in. We waited so long. Ba, ba, ba. That's 2 records out of one.
Yeah.
We flipped it. That's how we did it on The Living Color. That's how we did it everywhere, the same kind of way. So when I did that, we were doing Hip Hop Junkies, everybody going crazy and stuff. And then we stopped, and we was like, man, you know, I know somebody in here knows somebody that's been on cocaine or been on crack. If you have anybody in your family, your friend, put one hand in the air. And everybody started putting their hands in the air. I said it's a sad situation. So we got in a position that we put a song together. Y'all want to hear how that song go? They was like, yeah. So y'all want to hear that song go? I was like, if I had a guitar, you know how it would go? Do, do, do. And the whole thing, everybody just got up and said, ah. And everybody started singing that song. So we was like, wow, it's big here. So when you're back at the hotel, you turn it on the radio, you're in the car, you turn on the radio. When we got to LA, it was everywhere. And I'm like, what the hell? Oh, wow. So New York is bugging out. They're bugging.
Right.
And that's when we knew. We knew it was off the chains when Sony Records started putting money behind it, started doing all kind of other things behind that song. We knew it was off the chain. So it's been dominant and it's been a prominent part of my career. It did a lot, you know. It's been great.
So the actual lyrics here is this well you just said you know, sometimes some people in your family have someone who's actually going through this. Was it someone that you guys personally knew that drafted, were you able to draft these lyrics to where this was what was going on, so you were experiencing it, or was just experiences throughout?
It wasn't no one individual. It was several. It was several because, you know, it was girls you went to school with. That was the fly girl in school that everybody wanted to get with, and she get hooked on it. Next thing you know, she's getting sick. Now she got AIDS, and like this the first time you're experiencing all this. Like, yo, this is crazy. They doing anything, you know. When you see one of your boys' moms outside doing whatever she got to do to get crack, and you got the other young boys now having disrespect for their elders because they on crack, you know, having them run around the corner and shit, do 10 push-ups and I'll give you 1 rock, just stuff like that. He was like, this shit is crazy, man. And we was like, we got to keep it where it's still urban to know what's going on. And my energy has always been fun and hyper. And Smooth has always been mellowed and smoothed out. And he wanted to drop the jewel here and there. You know, I had to keep it happy like Flavor Flav or something. I had to get the party started.
Right.
And, you know, we even had an encounter where we had got called into the label, I remember one day, and the family of DeLorean, the daughter of one of DeLorean's daughter, had wrote a letter to us about her father because Smooth stated something in the song about her father. And she was like, my dad is not a drug dealer, and I just want y'all to know that, and da-da-da-da-da. We was like, wow. And he was like, that's not what the court said. You know?
Look, and technically, that's not what the lyrics really say. Well, you know.
We was touching on things. That's it. We was just touching on things in and
Right.
out.
Just touching on things. And if it happened to, you know, strike a nerve, then.
Yeah.
No, but it was actually, you know, it's actually good information because, like you said, you know, people in you know, in your families or friends and stuff like that was experiencing this type of stuff, but wasn't able to have an outlet to express what was going on, and you guys gave that outlet by producing this song.
Yeah. And at the same time, you know, it made you want to dance and it made you feel good. So
it definitely did. So when did you and Smooth actually get together?
1986. Yeah, 1986. We had a mutual friend, and he told me, yo, Greg, I got this guy I want you to meet. I think y'all can hit it off, man. Come on my crib. I'm having him come over there. And I did. And at that time, like I said, I was already running around with my boy T LaRock. And T was already hot. And Mantronic was hot. Magnetic, it was hot. Everybody that I ran with. So, and I was just doing the human beatbox with all of these guys. And Smooth was with Bobby. And it was a friend of mine that I used to do the beatbox for. He passed away. And him, myself, and Smooth was going to get together and do a group called Nice, Smooth, and Love. And then he just passed. And then me and Smooth started building more because I'll be on the road. And then Smooth was out on the road with Bobby on the tour. I think they were out with Ready for the World. Bobby was on the tour with Ready for the World, Club Nouveau. So every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you'll come home from the road. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're always out on the road. So I would go and meet him at his mom's house, and he'll let me hear his demos he's been working on because Bobby was producing him. Smooth had more like an R&B kind of stuff going on.
Right.
And I'll play a beat for him in his kitchen, like, yo, check this out. He's like, yo, what the hell is that? I'm like, this doing shit. I'm doing my joint. He's like, damn, that's just crazy, man. I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like, you want to rhyme on that one? He was like, for real? I'm like, yeah, it could be dope. Look, nice, smooth. Look, it could be nice, smooth. It could be dope. You could, word. Rhymed on that one. I play another one for him. Oh, that beat is dope. I'm like, yeah, make some shit up. I don't got a verse for it. Help me put that part together. Make that rhyme for me. Come on. I'm doing more. He's like, oh, shit. And the rest is history.
Indeed, it is. So the first album came out in what, 1989, or was it?
The first album came out in 1989. The first single we did came out in 1986. Then by 87, we had the deal with this label, Sleeping Bag Records, but we never signed a deal. We just took the $500 and never did the deal. We just kept saying, yeah, we're gonna do it tomorrow. Because at that time we had already in 1986 took our own money and pressed up our records. So we had pressed up like 3 boxes of records with 50 records in them. And we were getting on the subways in New York, going to different record stores. Hey, I'm Greg, I'm Smooth. I never heard of you. I take 2 on consignment. I'm like, what the hell does consignment mean? So then I found out consignment mean pay you later. I was like, what the hell? And it's a hot summer day, and you got these records, the vinyl start melting and stuff in the box. And then you'll get to some stores where they only want to take 3 out, and you got 50 pieces of vinyl in one box. So certain stores didn't want it if the box was open. So now, we getting to the point like, yo, man, we got $2 a piece. I don't know if I'm going to pay for this subway ride or I'm going to buy one of these dirty hot dogs from the Frank Stand guy. You know how the New York City hot dog dudes is always all over. It's like, man, hey, look, man. So we started giving it to the stores. And then at that time, they would take like a cardboard piece of paper and a magic marker and write your name on it and put a slash next to it or whatever the title of the song is. And, it'd be in the rack, in the vinyl racks in the stores.
Right.
So that's what I would say, like on the first single, it would say Greg Nice and Smooth B. It never said Nice and Smooth or nothing like that. And maybe a week later, we listening to the voicemail on the answer machine in his mom's house. And, hey, this is such and such from Music Factory Records, looking for these people. Do you have any more of these records? And you're like, yo, shit, that's crazy. Then you hear another beep. Do you such and such from Downtown Records stop? Do you have any more records? We're like, oh shit. So we going that, get on the train, we're taking the records. Now they want to buy like 20 records. They want a whole bunch. So then one day we was in a record store and Red Alert was in the store and Africa from the Jungle Brothers was in the store. And we all knew each other already, because we all hung. We just had that New York thing going on. And while we standing there, this is before people knew what you look like. and only like major labels and stuff had promotional pictures.
Mm.
So it was crazy. So we standing there, and you'll see somebody come in and go, "Do you got the song that goes da 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 da?" And they was like, "Yeah." And the guy put it on the turntable. This, yeah. We standing there like, "Oh shit!" I remember Africa was looking at us like, "Yo, look at that, yo." We was like laughing and shit, and people just started buying it. So now the DJ in the store be playing the shit all during the day. So people coming in, oh, that's the thing that we heard on Awesome 2 on Teddy Ted's show. Because this show would come on like 3 o'clock in the morning, or P Fine at NYU, because everybody
Mm.
knows like Stretch and Bobito in New York, but they never
Right.
mentioned P Fine. He came on before they existed. He was already on. And that's where you wanted to be at. So when they started playing it, it was gone to the point where we started having like the 700 records. We're like, okay, now we can't keep up with this shit. Now it's getting out of hand. And again, like I said, I was on records with Tila Rock, on Mantronic Records. I was on Ultramagnetic Records already. So I used to be at the main office at the big record company, even though we were doing our own independent thing. And I think Smooth went to that same company before he knew me, because a friend of mine was a friend of his, knew those people at that label, and I think he went there as a solo artist before, and I don't know what happened, and I knew it never turned out. And I was like family in that office already, because I would be there every day with T. So one day I was going to a show. We was in a limousine riding from Manhattan. We was going to Baltimore. It was myself, T. LaRock, Ron Resnick. He was the son of Juggy Gales, who owned Sleeping Bag Records, and Joyce Sims. And we were riding, and I was just like, playing my cassette. I'm young. I'm 19, they all a little older. I'm playing my tape. And I remember Ron Resnick was like, who's that on that playing on the tape? I was like, that's me and my boy, man. No, I mean, like, who's the guys who's the ones that's doing the rapping on the, like, me and my boy that I'm getting ready to do a deal tomorrow with Next Plateau Records with Eddie O'Loughlin. That's their competition. You're like, what? How you gonna do that? We're your family here. Come to the office in the morning. So I went, and then that's when we negotiated the $500. We took it, spent that shit. Never, never signed the paperwork until a year later. A year later, we signed it, and by that time, we had already started recording songs that we had. So when we did do like the deal with them, and it was time to go in the studio under their cap, we had a couple of the songs already recorded. So that made it, easier to finish the album.
Easier, yeah.
And that's how it came out in 1989. So like
So
it was crazy.
you guys were already independent.
Yeah, yeah, we already did it. Like, and now that piece of vinyl costs $500 for one of those vinyls right now online. And at that time, you was giving them out to your friend in the neighborhood. Yeah, everybody. Now I'm like, damn, I should have kept these. These
Right.
500s a while. So.
Now they're classic joints there. So but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so back then you guys already experienced the independency and the guerrilla marketing, because you guys were already out in the street getting it done.
Oh
What
yeah,
today is social media.
yeah, yeah. You had to have hands on back then. You had to have hands on, and then later on in my career, I did the same thing. When I did it, must have been in '95. I did this song with a younger buddy of mine. He was coming up like as a producer. His dad was already in the music business. He was breaking a lot of the reggae artists, bringing them from Jamaica, bringing them to the city, and like getting them bigger deals. Anybody that came from Jamaica that was dominant, my boy's dad brought them. So his son used to be there all the time, and he just picked up the knack on how to make good music. And we did this song together. Pressed it with a friend of mine. We were going around to different one stops, because I don't know if people that's listening know what a one stop is. A one stop is the one stop right before a record store gets to purchase your record. So that's
Mm.
what record stores are buying their vinyl from, the one stop. It's like a wholesale marketing and the
Oh,
same
right.
type of
Okay.
thing, but it's called a one stop. So we were taking these records to one stops, and I was getting out of the car, going into one stop, like already as a known artist, but like, fuck it, I'm just going in here, just like this. I go in, they like, oh shit, yo, Greg Nice, yo, what you doing here? Yo, I got this thing. I want y'all to check it out. Take a piece of vinyl out, rip it out. They put it on a turntable. Da, da. All I want to know is, can I set it off? Set it off. Yo, hold on. They pick up the phone. This is how they used to do it back then. They get on the phone. Do, do, do. They put the phone by the speaker and go, yo, listen. I mean, oh, all right, hang up. They call another one. They call them buyers. All right, okay. He turn back and look at me and go, hey, do you have 600 of those? I'm like, yeah, I got 600. I only got like 3. I'm lying. I got 6, yeah. But I only got the 3 in the trunk. I got the rest at the office. I'll bring it. When you gonna get it? Tomorrow. Now I gotta get on the phone and call these dudes at the pressing plant in Jersey. And I'm like, yo, it was like, Greg, we can't do it until maybe like Friday. And it's like Tuesday. I'm like, damn it. So every day now the one stop calling, like, where's the records? Where's the records? And now whoever got those 300 that I already distributed to them, they giving it to their local record stores, and DJs is getting them, and a lot of them got to get 2. You got to get doubles. So now
Right.
dudes is hearing this record everywhere, and they like, yo, where's it at? So by the time I did get it, was probably that next Monday, because the guy said he'd press them on Friday, but I didn't get them till like Monday. Now we rushing back to the one stops. Now they like, yo, do you have 7,000 of those? I was like, whoa!
Wow.
It started getting heavy. But when the trunk was heavy. The trunk was dragging on my boy's car. He had an old Cadillac and it dragging on the back. We're like, damn it. Next thing you know, I'm having 18 wheelers coming to my house and just taking the whole bedroom, took everything out, and it's just boxes of vinyl. The whole room is just vinyl of that one record. And
Wow.
it got out of control where I couldn't handle it no more. Couldn't handle it no more till probably, I don't know, I might have got past like 60,000 of them. And at that time, you were selling them to the stops for $2.99. So you was like doing $3 off of 60,000. Do the math.
Dang.
It was going. It was going.
Y'all was already in business.
Yeah, I was doing that, and a phrase that I did on that one song went a long way from now to right now, where people still license that same vinyl. And every time you go on a party and you hear them go, let's take it back to the old school. Let's take it to Union Square. That comes off of that record. It's from that record.
Right.
So
Dang. All of look,
it's been
man.
licensed
Look at
everywhere.
that
It's been
story.
licensed all over with that same thing. So, um, the vinyl been a great thing for us, especially for myself and any of the guys from my era. It's been a great
Right.
thing, even for right now. So if you can come with vinyl right now, it's a market for it. It's a big market for that right now, and I know Fat Beats are doing it a lot now. They're doing it a lot, especially with classic artists. A lot of newer artists, I don't know how many people really want to buy their vinyl
Right.
because they don't come from that. And it's not nothing that's warm that came from something that was analog. If it's digital, it sounds different. It sounds
Exactly.
really clean. It doesn't have no warmth to it. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So let's get into a little bit about hip hop junkies. How did that come
Okay.
about? Because that was that sampled a sample track from Bobby Brown.
No, Hip Hop Junkies is from the Partridge Family.
Oh, it goes back. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. They cleared that. That wasn't too much of an issue. They just wanted some money, and it
So
turned
where
out
did
to be
you
a
guys
monster.
actually? Where did you guys actually? Somebody was digging in the crate. Was like Partridge Family. Yeah, let's.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Smooth actually found that. He found that, and he was like, "I know this is that, but I know you could do some shit with this." I'm like, "All right." So he brought it to me, and I was in my crib doing like pre-production in my crib back then, and sat there, smoked a blunt. I was like, "I got it. I know how to do this shit." Did it. I called him, like, "Yo, come here. Look." He's like, "Oh shit." I'm like, "Yeah." Now the hard part, clearing this. That's a famous
Right.
TV show. That's hard to do. But, at that time, Def Jam had a little strength back then.
Mm.
And we found the people, the original people, and made a deal with them. And they did it.
Man,
And
because that's a
here we are
shit. That's a
today.
classic joint. Classic joint.
Yeah,
Hip hop
man.
junkies just still bangs wherever. What still bangs? Parties, house parties.
Yeah.
Classic joint.
Yeah, man. I mean, we've been running around on the road a lot. For more than 32 years, we've been on the road, and the pandemic put a damper in it. But other than that, it was rolling. And God willing, once this thing get back on track, we'll be doing the same things. Because
Right,
great
because I've
music
actually
doesn't have
been
no time on it.
exactly because I've actually been to some of you guys' concerts. So are you? So when everything does open back up to where you're able to go back on tour, are you guys still going to be using the live bands?
It depends. I think a lot of things is going to be like a brand new world, like again, all fresh
Mhm.
again, because there's so many things that people want to see and hear again now. And this is going to be a great opportunity for that to happen. It's like a reset button. Doom.
Right.
Now you can do it again. Like, oh, whoo! It'll outlive you. You know what I mean? The music scene and
Exactly.
all that, it's going to outlive you. And the music itself is going to outlive you, So you're going to have to make sure you got your health on point, because, it's going to be a lot of work. Think how many people want to party and who's going to want to party more.
That part.
It's like going to the Golden Corral, to the buffet. You're going to get so much stuff, and that's how it's going to be. Yo, wasn't Prince was here last night? That's a soul. I'm just being funny. Who else was there? The Roots is there tonight. How? Uh, uh, De La Soul is there tonight. Melissa Morgan is there tonight. How? That's how backed up it's been. We try to get everything
Right.
in there. So many people been at home. They want to go out. I don't care who's in there. Jimmy Two Shoes is performing tonight. I don't care.
Yeah,
We
we
going.
going. We there.
We want to go. Yeah.
So in
So
the group there's a comment. Deshaun would like to know, like, who have you worked over the years, like that you, as far as collaborations that you like, and how is your, oh well, what is your top 5 MCs of all time?
with the top thing, I have this conversation with a lot of my peers,
Mm.
and we laugh, and sometimes we curse like these stupid motherfuckers. But no, how in the hell are you gonna have 5 of anything? You don't even have 5 top foods. You got 100 foods that you like. You like Italian food, you like French food, you like Jamaican food, you like
Exactly.
Greek food, you like Mediterranean food, you like all kind of food. So, for that, I don't have a top 5, man. It has to be 100 and better, and it ain't just one thing. It ain't just an MC. I'm a lover of music. I love Hall and Oates the same way I love Run DMC.
Right.
I love music, you know. So I
So
don't have a top 5. I can't have no
okay, so
top 5.
So flip it this way. So as far as collaborations, what was the most fun, outrageous, exciting collaboration you've done?
I've done so many that only a hardcore Greg Nice fan will know how many I've done. Because I have things that I've done that my friends that's close to me don't even know that I've done that.
Uh,
So it's back to knowing like what a core fan knows. And it'll usually be somebody from Japan that'll tell you everything. They'll tell you everything. They remind me of things. When the last time I was there was 2 years ago. Yeah. And I'm at a club and the DJ playing things, and I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, it might have been something that I did with somebody for some money.
uh.
And I've never heard the song. I just did the part and left the studio. And it came out somewhere else, and I don't even know nothing about it. And I'm listening, and I'm like, it sounds like me on it. Whose song is that? You know? So I say all of that to say it's too many, man. I like doing collaborations that I've done with CNC Music Factory. I like
Mm.
collaborations I've done with Mary J. Blige. I like collaborations I've done with Ill and Al Scratch. I've liked collaborations I've done with DJ Catch from Germany. I like collaborations I've done with the Beatnuts. Um,
Oh yeah, that joint
I
there.
like when I like um, when De La Soul mimicked me on a song. I think of Simply Having It, and
Yep.
and when Trugoy Dave, he did my whole thing. He did the whole verse like me, and he likes like, yo, Greg, you heard that? I'm like, yeah, that's better than anything ever. Um, just having love from your peers
Mm.
is my Grammy. When I go to my voicemail and I hear Busy B on my voicemail talking about, I just want to say what's up to my iconic brother, so original, blah, 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 blah. I'm looking at my phone like, you could take your Grammys and shove it up your ass.
Right.
This is the Grammys right here. Your peers, nothing else don't matter. It's all about that. Because that's what we did it for. We did it to have fun. You know, your so-called bragging rights and people to get around in the circle and we talk about, yo, that was dope. This was dope. Remember how everybody was breaking their neck to hear the Lottie Dottie tape when Rick and Doug was at a jam and they were just rocking and that became popular. And everybody was like, what is this? And it was just in a jam on a mic. You know, so many different things. When Whip a Whip and them guys was in the party rocking in the jam and he on the mic and he go, Puerto Rico, and everybody go, oh. Next thing you know, it's like it's a sample now. It's on records and all of this. I'm like, yo, being there and seeing all of that's amazing to me. The list goes on, man. That's why I can't have no top or whatever. It ain't no top or nothing because I had different experiences with different people that I enjoyed. You know, doing Hip Hop Freaks with Bobby Brown in the studio, doing this song we did called Scared Money when Aaron Hall came up in the studio with two pit bulls and just walked in a real studio with two pit bulls. Like, what the hell on no leashes? And then he walk in the booth and just start singing. And I'm like, yo, yeah, we got to take care of the paperwork for the month. I don't want nothing. You my motherfuckers. That.
Yeah.
Doing microphone techniques with third base, breaking barriers with the black rap group and the white rap group, going on the tour. Just, it's so many different things. It's a lot, man.
Yeah.
Just
And it's
fortunate to be here.
and those are good stories and experience because it contributes to the culture.
Yeah, man. I mean, I lived the last 2 months with Tupac of his whole life before he passed away. And that's amazing to me too today because I see how they, talk about him like a martyr and he is a legend and things like that. And I'm like, man, if he was here, he'd be laughing like, wow, this is bugged out. Um, just all of that stuff, man. Bumping into JoJo and Casey in the studio and seeing Melly Mel in the session, everybody at the same time. We all running around and up in Can-Am Death Row. in LA, all New York dudes just bugging out. It was just a wonderful time. You know, it
Yes.
wasn't no internet. It
Oh,
wasn't none of that. As
right.
long as if you was there, you know, that's when your friend tell you about the party or you missed that party that night. And
Yep.
nobody had no camera phone. You just can hear about it. It's almost like Life when Eddie Murphy and them say, yeah, Ray's boom boom room. You know, tell him, Ray. You can just sit there, close your eyes, and just imagine.
Yep.
Imagine, man.
And give you that story, because if you wasn't there, oh well.
You wasn't there.
Missed it.
You wasn't there. You wasn't there. Yeah, you missed out if you wasn't there, man. So
You
it's
missed
good
it.
shit, though.
So usually, like I said, my co-host Tamarisha, she's usually on, but she's filming now. She usually asks this
Mm-hmm.
question towards the end of the interview.
Okay.
When did you actually know or knew that you were famous? I mean, it doesn't have to, be in as far as money and all that stuff. Just when did you actually know that, oh shoot, they know who we are?
Is we or me? Because we two different people. So he might have been somewhere else when
Wait, so
it
yeah,
happened. Or I could have been
as
somewhere
far as
else where it happened. We
so
don't
as
know,
far
you
as
know.
yourself, because
I know when we
because
heard. I know the first time we heard a song on the radio. I remember that. I remember where we were and where we were standing at exactly. We were standing across the street in front of Popeye's Chicken in Times Square, and right next door to the Latin Quarters, because we was getting ready to go in the club in the Latin Quarters. And at that time, everybody was driving the Oldsmobile 98 cars, the 98 Oldsmobile.
uh,
And the car was at the red light, and next door was a pizza shop. And that pizza shop had a radio on the counter, and they always had the, red alert and all that on. So we heard it in stereo from a car and then inside the pizza shop. Like, yo, what that sound like? Yo, that shit sound like. And, the car go by, and we hear red alert, go berserk, berserk. They bringing it back. We're like, oh shit, it's going down. And then went up in the club, and I know one story that Smooth told me what happened to him was that he was on the subway, him and another friend of mine, a close friend of ours, and he said these kids that got on the subway, and this was, you got to think, was in the prime. It was burning, number 3 and number 2 on MTV all day. He said the kids seen them and they started losing their minds. That one kid just dropped all his Skittles and everything on the floor, and they started screaming to the point where he had to just get off the train the next stop and get off. And that's when he realized that he couldn't just take the subway no more. I was like, wow. I had stopped doing it like before that because the way I was moving around, we was taking these things called OJs. OJs would be like a lift right now. That's why if you listen to an old school rap, I think on Sugar Hill Gang, and he's like, if you can't fit them all inside my OJ, so I'll just take half and bust them out and give the rest to Master G because he can shock the house. I think that's on Rapper's Delight. And the OJ was the car service. You call the OJ and the car just be on hold all day with you. So, and that's when we started taking the OJ, wherever you're going, you're taking the OJ. Like, that's it. I think it'd be like $20 an hour. Take OJ all over the town, all over the city, wherever you're going. And
your
usually it
personal
was like,
driver.
yeah, it was hot. Taking the OJ, yeah, I started taking the OJ. I was like, that was it. So I haven't got on the New York subway maybe in, I don't know, about 28 years. I haven't been on New York City subway.
Oh wow. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
that's a long time.
yeah.
So for you personally, it was way before that you knew that, oh, I'm very nice.
I'm trying to remember the exact spot and the exact time. I'm really trying to remember. I had smoked a lot of marijuana during that time. A lot, so much. Some of your well-known famous artists today, I got them on that stuff, man. I'm sorry.
Well,
Some
it's
of your
all
big
good.
guys, some of the big guys that's way bigger than I am now today. They'll sit here do an interview and tell you, "Oh yeah, I was at Greg's house. Oh this and that and the third." I remember the last time I talked to Talib Kweli, he's like, "Yo, I want to tell you a story about when I first met you. I wasn't even rapping yet." He said I went to a D&D studio with a cousin of mine, and he was there going to see you or whatever, and I was a young kid, and I'm like, "Yo, man, oh, it's great to meet you." And you was talking to me, and you was like, "Yo, shorty, man, you ever had a blunt before?" And then you gave me some, and that was the first time I ever had it before in my life. I was like, "Yo, you crazy?"
Wow. Oh man.
Yeah,
Influences.
it was then. It was definitely it had to be like in '89.
Mm,
Back in '89 is when that's when I knew it. I knew it in '89, and then by '90,
rap. It's
it was
rap.
already off the chain. It was it was off the chain because if you go somewhere else, because I used to hang a lot with Big Daddy Kane, and me and Kane used to just go get on an airplane and go to DC. Wherever's a festival going at, wherever's some party going, we used to just get on a plane or get a limo and ride and go to different places and get hotel rooms and hang out and meet chicks and stuff. That's what we used to do. That's it.
Look, the life.
Mm-hmm.
So so
Yeah.
besides so besides, the whole how the world is right now, do you actually have stuff that's in the works that you're going to be doing in 2021, or what's going on?
Um, on New Year's Eve, I'm dropping a video
Okay.
to a brand new single to an album. I just finished a solo album, and on New Year's Eve, dropped the video, the single. Um,
Is it going to be on
got a
your
whole
social
bunch of
medias?
stuff. It's gonna be everywhere.
Okay.
It's gonna be everywhere. Been working on it for a minute, and had it ready already now, but I didn't want to bring it with this negative energy of what's happening in 2020.
Mm.
So opposed to rushing that, I'm going to start off fresh with a new year, so I can remember exactly what it is while somebody brand new is in office. I don't know what that's going to happen yet, what's going to be with it, but I'd rather take a chance with that and just keep doing the same thing for the last 4 years. So
Right.
I'm going to start off fresh. And the trailer is going to start running on Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay.
Got some great songs. Got some songs with Sheik Luch from the Locks. Got songs with Mr. Cheeks from Lost Boys. Songs with Chub Rock. Um, it's a lot of good stuff. A lot of feel good,
Mm.
which is missing. So we're definitely going to bring that form. And I got a lot of duets that I've done with new acts that's coming out. One of them probably going to come out around the same time as my first single. These guys out of Brooklyn, man, I got a good feeling about it. Uh, for example, like when I did certain songs that you guys may be aware of today, and it was a time just like this, where I'll be in the car or I'm in the crib and I'm listening to it. I'm going, oh man, when this get to the world, it's gonna be all right. And I got that same feeling, and I ain't being
Oh
biased.
snap.
I ain't
Okay.
being biased. So we just did this Legends hip hop concert. I don't know if you've
In
seen it
Atlanta.
online. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's what we filmed it at. But it was streamed everywhere. Still streaming now with myself, Dougie, Rakim, Kane,
Yeah.
and KRS was hosted by Mike Epps.
Mike Epps, right.
So while we were on the set, I was playing certain songs for different artists. and they were bugging, going, "Yo, how the hell you sound like you 20 years old? Like, what the fuck is this? What's up?" I'm like, "Word." Mike Epps kept going, "Listen." He's like, "We like that shit. Well, them young boys gonna like that shit too. Like, he's like, this shit's crazy." So ever
Wow.
since then, I've been working on this album with Mike Epps, doing an album with him right now for his own solo thing, like how Little Duval did. He's doing
Mm.
his as well right now. So there's a lot of things going down. And when people hear
All right.
Chubb Rock on this album, Chubb is crazy. Chubb sounds like $1 million, man.
Wow.
He
You
just
got the
like,
legends and legends in there.
yeah, man. I mean, you know, it's a good thing. I'm really proud. I'm happy that I'm still here. I'm happy that I still have my health and that I'm able to do it, because
Yes,
that's a big
indeed.
issue. That's a big issue, man. When you've been doing this thing for 30 plus years, when you just did it for fun and not
Right.
knowing that time is going to take its toll, and it's amazing. I said on that song with Gangsta, praise the Lord, Lord, keep the faith. It's all right, keep biting at the bait. 92, 1 year later, peace out, premiere. Take me out with the
Yeah,
fader.
with the faded. Yes. And see, and
Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
we
and
like to.
I gotta
Yeah.
say peace and love to my man LP and to Killer Mike for running Jewels, uh, for putting me on that Ooh La La song with them. Gave me a whole new boost, a whole new boost, a whole new fan base from so many kids that don't know who's that guy on that song with Killer Mike. And it's a leeway. And I thank you
Exactly.
guys for that. Thank you for that. Peace to Easy Mo B. He worked on this album with me as well. He did he did some damage on there. Scratch Bastard from Toronto, Canada. He worked on
Mm.
this album with me as well. He's amazing. Thanks to him as well. It's great.
It's smooth on the album.
No, Smooth is not on the album. I just was with Smooth recently. Rest in peace to his wife. She just passed away.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
I was with him
Nothing like
out in
that.
LA. Yeah, I was out with him in LA. He's been working on an album, so he actually has 2 singles out right now. He has a new video that's about to drop. I know he had the one video already that's been playing a lot, but he's finishing a new one right this second. I know last
Okay.
time I spoke to him, he told me he was in New York City filming it, and then I seen him on Instagram the other day back in LA, so I know that he must have finished it.
Right.
But this is something that we needed to do.
Mhm.
Again, like I said, when we met each other, this is what we were doing. We were doing our own projects and things.
Right.
And I was like, hey, be on this song. This could be dope. Nice, smooth. And this shit just took off. So you're gonna
Yeah.
ride that wave, ride that wave. And basically what it did was make a bridge for you to do whatever you want to do. So now what we've done, that's there. And it's not going nowhere. And that's why we continue to do the concerts and rock it and make people happy, and at the same time make ourselves happy. But
Exactly.
and a lot of people are not fortunate enough to be able to do their own projects and things. New Edition was great to be able to do that. That they can do New Edition, and El Biv DeVoe is just as good. Ralph Tresvant was just as good. Johnny Gill album was just as good. All of it, Bobby, everything was just as good, and they still got New Edition.
Right.
So again, like I said, a lot of artists wasn't fortunate enough to be able to do that. A lot of them was built certain ways where if this person don't do this, then they can't do this at all. So Michael Jackson was fortunate enough to be able to do it, but all of the rest of the brothers wasn't able to do it. Or
Yeah.
even if so, maybe they didn't want to do it. But again, when we met, he was already doing an album. So that's when I sat and I spoke with him too. I said, man, get this shit done.
Mm.
Fuck what the people say, because they only know us as Nice and Smooth. but they don't know that you always been Smooth B. You always had an agenda. Do that agenda because life is moving extremely fast.
Right.
And if you never do it, you never know. What we've done is here. We can always ride with this all day long. But let's exercise all this shit, especially now with this internet. You could just put some shit out tomorrow. I sat there right now. It's coming out at midnight. This shit is like Minority Report with this. So you take advantage of it, man. Take advantage of it. The more the merrier, right?
Right.
Them bills,
but eventually, you guys are going to have an album?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. We don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, man. When the last time the Gap Band had a new album? Charlie Wilson don't make records, right? He make records, but then at the same time, the Tom Joyner cruise, they booked the Gap Band. The Funk Fest, they booked the Gap Band. He come there and do what he got to do and rock that shit because he got two sources of income coming now.
Right.
When the last time Frankie Beverly had a new album out? He's like, I don't need one.
Exactly.
He's like, if I can play 45 shows a year at $15,000 a night, he said I could sit there. He said I could sit there and do Before I Let Go 20 times in one night. Before I let go, just keep going all day long. Yeah, and that's what we understand. We've learned that. We learned that all everything that we do, we doing out of love, and we just taking hold of our dreams right now.
Exactly.
Before it's too late.
Exactly.
Every day, you wake up, you hear somebody's gone.
Right.
And so I don't want to be one of them people that be like, damn, I could have did this. And when you got your buddies, that's your close friends that be around you, and they hearing all of this music that you got, and they be like, why are you sitting on this shit? And I see fans and people in the street every day, and I'm like, you right. Get this shit out there. They like that. This shit might go somewhere else, And so if time allows it in the future, we'll do one. If we don't, we still gonna do Nice and Smooth concerts all day long.
Look, that part.
As long as we got help. That's it.
That part.
That's it. Because you can't get that back.
Exactly.
You can't get that back. You can make something new and all of that, but the time of what was going on in the world was different.
Right.
So
and the essence
you got to take that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pure.
Definitely. So, Greg,
and people attention spans is this short.
Look, that part.
What? You put an album out last week? All right, when you put your next album out? You're like, God damn, 1 week? Did you hear the album? That's what we live with.
They want it fast. They want it fast.
They want it fast. They want it fast, like instant oatmeals.
That part. So, Greg, I appreciate you coming on, and spending your Sunday with us on the live and dropping these jewels and giving us this background, because that's what we're doing here. And a lot of people, like you said about the Tracy Chapman song, nobody knew that you guys redid that in here. Like, it was from the actual the actual song. So a lot of jewels were dropped in here, and we appreciate you. We want to give you your flowers while you're here.
That's the new thing too, huh? Give you your flowers while you're here. So, did you trademark that? Somebody better trademark that, because everybody's using
that
it.
part. Look, thanks. I'm gonna do that.
Do it while we done.
Like, already got it.
It's done.
It's done.
Yeah.
Can you
let us?
Can you let us all know your social media handles and stuff like that?
Yeah. It's all simple. It's The Real Greg Nice. DAREALGREG NICE. No, it's real simple. I said slow. for the people that's not listening fast. The real Greg Nice, not the hood style. DAREALGREGNICE. Because there's so many fake Greg Nices out there, I had to do the real Greg Nice.
Wow.
That's what I know. It's a whole new world because our era, you couldn't have your name in somebody else's name.
That part.
It just wasn't happening. That's what hip hop was so pure and authentic. Hey,
It was a
you
level
can't beat
of
them, join them. Yeah, you just wouldn't. Everything had rules, right? The mafia had rules. Tommy, you do sleep with Johnny's wife. They'll kill everybody if you sleep with Johnny's wife. You're like, what? You can't do this. You can't hit a made man. I don't care how mad you are. You can't whack a made man. Right? Remember they came back and killed Joe Pesci? It's like, hold it. In Casino? It's like, yo, you forgot. You wild out. But what? No, you wild out. We got rules. There's no more rules today.
Dude. So just like you said, you got to do what you gotta do. So
yeah, this shit is short, moving fast.
So we'll post it in the group so everybody will know exactly which Instagram to go to. So we'll do that.
Yeah, it's the same on everything on Instagram. It's the same on Twitter. It's the same on all of that. I'm on Cameo at Greg Nice on Cameo. I do that all day. Cameo is fun.
Yeah, I heard about that. So you actually, are you live on there, or is just people going? How does that work?
It's pre-recorded.
Oh, okay.
It's fly. You know, you do personalized verses, personalized shouts, birthday events, all of that. It's some cool stuff.
Oh, okay. All right. So you guys, you heard that? He's on Cameo too. So you can reach out to him on there.
Yeah. Y'all check that out, man.
Okay.
And tell your co-host, next time. Next time we'll chop it up.
Yeah. We got to bring you back. We got to bring you back when she comes back on. So we'll do that at a later date if you're up to it.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll make it happen. You ain't said nothing but a word.
All right. So on that note, my last question always is, if you can take us out on something, like a lyric or a verse or something,
we'll take you out on this.
Okay.
It's that shit right here to make you get up and throw your hands in the air. Scream out loud, man, I don't care. It's on fire tonight. It's so hot in here. It's that shit right here to make you get up and throw your hands in the air. Scream out loud, man, I don't care. It's on fire tonight. It's so hot in here. I got that loud that make you go. Flat screen TVs in my law. Next up shit, yo, time for more. Cold as ice, but I ain't get raw. Smell that smoke from my exhaust. Hip hop junkie before the storm. Stay so fresh, yo, I got some flaws. I'm the boss. Do it like I do it from TV. Turn the party out, you better believe me. When I'm on the mic, it's like a talk on my CV. Up on stage, coming at you in 3D. Cash on check, motherfucker, no free. You got it fucked up, yo. Party animals, that's how I GD. Headed to the top, yo, just like ZZ. Oh, it's that shit right here to make you get up, throw your hands in the air, scream out loud, man, I don't care. It's on fire tonight, it's so hot in here. It's that shit right here to make you get up, throw your hands in the air, scream out loud, man, I don't care. It's on fire tonight, it's so hot in here.
Deep vocal, media rapper, pure social. Come from an era that's long gone. Come from a heritage so strong. Just memories of when the DJ came first. Before the obvious decline of the verse. Asiatic since the amniotic juice of the womb. Caribbean style of you assume. It's odd that I coupled the name and the thought. Tony Randall, Clubman, house party with the others. I grew up with all mentioned. The love of the culture totally strengthened. Supporter of Cosby, all the drama with the bill. Ripped the Beastie Boys before they were licensed to ill. No sleep till Brooklyn, my boy Greg and I.
It's that shit right here to make you get.
So how we doing it? Peace to Chuck Rock.
Wow. That's New Year's? That's dropping New Year's.
That's not even a single.
That's not the single?
That's another different song.
What? Nah. Look.
Nah, it's a lot more. It's a lot more to come.
That right there is fire.
It's a lot more. I'll tell you, it's a lot more to come. I ain't gonna kid you. It's a lot more to come.
Hold it, hold it.
We could go all day.
Look, man. Hey. What?
It's gonna be a party.
Look, it is, man.
It's gonna be a
Look,
party.
you got me now. Now I gotta go skate. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
That's what it's about. That's just what it's about. I got this single coming out with these cats from Brooklyn. This they single. I'm just on it. It's gonna be crazy. We're shooting a video next week to it.
I'm a certified G, ain't no check in me. I keep a bag on deck, you to check with me. Whenever it's bitches in the building, they check for me. You know I'm in here straight like Giuseppe Sneak. Little baby grinding on my waist with a 4 TV. After we be fucking for an hour, so touch with me. I know what you thinking, but this shit the same shit. I told y'all it's a motherfucking remix. Matt Bills and Kings and now I'm on chips. This year we winning, that means more hits. Mega fan on the track, nigga.
Wow.
Maserati fucking nuts, nigga. Happy hours with a scat, nigga. Yo, Jack, we'll bring it back, nigga. This is how we get it, so we get lit. It's a happy hour. Don't get it like
It's going down.
Look. Hold, look, it's a party.
Going down. You know, it's going down.
Man, Greg, you got to keep us posted and let us know when these joints come out. Definitely.
It's all gravy. I'm gonna send you a link to the video so you can blast out on the video and all that too as well. So it's gonna be good.
All right, appreciate it. All right, well, thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, you too now.
All right,
y'all be cool out there. Vinyl conversation. Right. It's all gravy.
Thank you. Peace.
All right. Take care.
You too. Wow, you guys, that was an awesome show. We had the one and only, the legendary Greg Nice on the show today. And of course, shout out to Tamarisha. She had to go film, as we started a little late today. But other than that, it's like, wow, you see the jewels that were dropped in here? Like that Tracy Chapman song. Actually, I thought it was the actual sample they used, but they redid the whole song. Man. Whew, anyways. All right, so we appreciate you guys coming on today. So next Sunday, join us next Sunday. We got intro. Coming on next Sunday. We got some stuff happening during the week. We got Nitty Green from Riff coming on Thursday. So we got a special edition happening Thursday. And Nitty Green, is the guy from that sang the song, Lean on Me. and the group riff. So definitely, you guys join us on Thursday and on Sunday for our original show. So we appreciate you coming on, and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.